State to give his university certificate to his political opponent, Abubakar Atiku. But the Nigerian leader pleaded with Judge Nancy Maldonado to block all other details, especially the gender and admission records. Mr. Darlington, wait, now let me finish reading my story now. Hey, Father Lord. Okay, so, yeah. No, Mr. Darlington, please. Go ahead. So it says, especially...
Am I not allowed to laugh?
No, you're not supposed to laugh, please. These are serious issues. So it says, especially the gender and admission records should be blocked, among others, of the person who owns the certificate from being disclosed. So you can show the certificate, you can show the paper, but please don't show the gender. Don't show any other personal information of the person who owns the certificate. But how do we know the owner now then if we cannot show gender?
Thank you so much. I'm here about this regret. We all are witnesses that Tinubu went to court, pleading with the court that if they will make public his certificate, let it be only the diploma. He pleaded with the court to hide the gender and the transcript. This is not an allegation. It happened just few days ago that Tinubu went to court, pleading with the court to hide the gender. Do not disclose the gender. The court said no. Tinubu labored to appeal again against the High Court decision, but that failed. The documents were made public. The Chicago State University did not hide the gender. Lo and behold, what are we hearing from men and women who cannot use their brain? Men and women soaked in wickedness. Men and women soaked in criminal deceit. They are not telling us the issue of female as it relates to the gender is a clerical error. Can you imagine? So, if there was clerical error, all these years, Tinubu did not apply as a student in Chicago State University for them to correct the clerical error. He did not apply. All these years, this has been a burning issue that the person who gained admission into Chicago State University was actually female. Bola A. Tinubu was a female student of Chicago State University. That had been circulating. That information had been circulating for so many years. But because nobody had taken the pain to go to this extent, as Atiku has done, there was no official disclosure. But today, they are not telling us that female you see in that form has to do with clerical error. This is so unfortunate. This is so unfortunate. So, is it that Tinubu was laboring, pleading with the court to hide Chicago State University clerical error? Will an individual labor to tell the court that if you make public the gender, I will suffer irreparable harm. I will suffer severe damage. If it's clerical error, and that error is not coming from you, it's an error made coming from the university, why will you be the one that will suffer irreparable harm? How can we have a group of people that are sold out to the devil? How can we have a group of people that have been so immersed in criminality that there is no limit to the extent they will go? You stand logic on its head. You need mirror to look at what you are holding in your hand. You went to court to plead with the court. If you must release my certificate, please do not disclose the gender. That was prayer brought by Tinubu to the court. The court insisted on full disclosure. And now you turn around and tell us female was as a result of clerical error. Were you struggling to hide the clerical error of Chicago State University? Or whose clerical error were you struggling to hide? You can see how a nation is being disgraced by men and women of questionable character. Men and women without honor. This is too much for this country. Our youths have been discouraged. We are living at a time we have leaders. The whole world know them to be rubbish men, evil men. We have leaders that cannot stand with other leaders. In any international forum, they cannot stand with other leaders. Leaders, people, other nations treat with disdain. What a tragedy. Let every Nigerian rise up and speak in defense of the truth. There was no clerical error. There was no such thing. How I wish we have men of sound character in the judiciary who will stand by the truth and nothing but the truth. May God save Nigeria. Share this video and subscribe to this channel. We must speak truth.
To give his university certificate to his political opponent, Abubakar Atiku. But the Nigerian leader pleaded with Judge Nancy Maldonado to block all other details, especially the gender and admission records. Mr. Darlington, wait now, let me finish reading my story now. Hey, Father Lord. Okay, so yeah. This has become a joke, seriously. No, Mr. Darlington, please. Go ahead. So it says, especially. Am I not allowed to laugh? No, you're not supposed to laugh, please. These are serious issues. So it says, especially the gender and admission records should be blocked, among others, of the person who owns the certificate from being disclosed. So you can show the certificate, you can show the paper, but please don't show the gender. Don't show any other personal information of the person who owns the certificate. But how do we know the owner?